Hey guys, it's Natural and I'm back with another video. So since I got such a good response about my 15 shady comments that I got on my natural hair, I decided to do kind of like another rant video because this has really been sitting like right here on my heart about the natural hair community. So if you would love to hear my opinion on the natural hair community and why I'm just not a fan of it no more, please stay tuned. Okay, so reason number one why I'm starting to hate the natural hair community are there are a lot of unheard rules, especially for new naturals and transitioners. And what I mean by this is there are people out there who give advice on how they feel you should do your natural hair or how transitioners should do their natural hair. Like, you have to do this in order if you want to transition, or you have to do this once you're newly natural. Like, who came up with all these rules? I know, like, don't you know everybody natural hair is different and not everybody hair is going to act the same? So what worked for you while you transition and what worked for you while you big chopped and all this other mess doesn't mean that somebody else has to do it to have success with their hair. And I hate when people do this because it's like those people know so much and they're so smart that they're dumb. And honestly, you're really dumb because you're forcing your habits on somebody else. Nobody wants to follow your funky rules. I don't want to follow your funky rules. So why are you trying to force somebody to do something to their hair when they still have to figure out what their hair likes and don't like at the end of the day? Okay, another thing I hate about the natural hair community is this follow fashion people, these bandwagon ass people. Sorry for cussing, but I hate it because when coconut oil could fix marriages, relationships, fix cars, tires, all that, and coconut oil is the holy grail, everybody started using coconut oil. Guess what? Everybody here doesn't like coconut oil. The inversion method. Everybody started doing that. Why? Because all these bigger people were doing it, so since it was working for them, it was going to work for us too, right? Also, the greenhouse method. Should I say more? If you don't know what the greenhouse method is, basically where you moisturize your hair or pre-poo your hair or however you want to do your greenhouse method. Then you put a shower cap or a bag over your head and you sleep like that overnight, and it's supposed to keep the moisture in. Yeah, it's going to keep the moisture in, alright. But also, you're going to wake up with wet hair in the morning. And also, if you repeatedly do this, your hair could grow fungus, mold, and all these other things. So, oh, they didn't tell you about that though, did they? No. And then they started doing little, I want to say hacks to the greenhouse method where you will only greenhouse your ends so they will stay moisturized. But at the end of the day, why are you following all these other people? Yeah, at first I started using coconut oil, but I ended up using it the wrong way, and I had to figure out for myself how coconut oil. This next one is a stupid argument. The LOC versus the LCO moisturization. Honestly, they both do the same thing. They moisturize your hair. One just happens to be different from the other when you layer on products. Honestly, I tried them both. I have my favorite over one than the other, but they both do the same thing to the hair. They both moisturize it. Just one method may moisturize your hair a little bit longer. And you have to figure that out for yourself, whether your hair likes the LCO method better or the LOC method. And another thing, some people can get away without doing the LCO or the LOC method. Like, some people who are natural don't do that at all, and they just put on them they just put stuff on their hair that their hair actually likes without doing both methods, and their hair is perfectly fine. So again, don't just do it because somebody else says do it. Do it because that's something your hair likes. My biggest pet peeve with these natural hair community people, and I gotta put my phone down with my notes on it, are these natural hair gurus. These people who swear they know everything about natural hair. These people who are not licensed, did not study natural hair, are not in this professional field of natural hair, and they just know so much they can comment on everybody named mama stuff because they are natural hair gurus. Okay, because you've been in the game for natural hair 5-6+ years and you had your natural hair and you done did things to your natural hair, does not make you a natural hair guru. It doesn't. It just means you know a lot about natural hair and the essence of your hair and maybe a couple of people who you help. That doesn't mean you are entitled to sit around and tell people that they can't do certain things to their hair because they wouldn't be natural no more. Let these people breathe. Let them experiment with their hair. Let them learn from their mistakes. Yes, you can do things to help them from preventing mistakes, but don't force your ideas and your beliefs down people's throats, because at the end of the day, these people not gonna want to deal with people in the natural hair community, because one, like how they say, one spoiled apple ruin the whole bunch. These natural hair gurus out here are these spoiled apples. Like, they literally make natural hair no fun. And so another thing I hate about the natural hair community are these bigger YouTubers who promote products, and sometimes it's sponsored by the company and sometimes it's not. But when you see these brand new natural hair products that are coming out, and all these different product lines coming out, and they're just promoting back to back to back, and you're just like, how can you know if your hair really likes something? It may work that one time because you know how to do certain things to your hair, so it's like not really a difference. But you're promoting these products and saying you love them because they work well on your hair that one time and you didn't really experiment with it. So now you got other people promoting these products and going out to buy these products because it's your word that you love these products. These products are the bomb.com. And then when they get these products and they don't work for their hair, now what? These people went on your word. Another thing I hate is protective styling for a year long, doing too much to make your hair grow, and this whole vitamin movement. What I mean for protective styling for a year long is those people who take protective styling to a whole nother level. Like, you can't even see my arm because it's a whole nother level to this protective styling. I mean, once they take one protective style, they automatically put another one in. Or they just leave that one protective style in for 6 months to a year long. That is honestly, to me, doing way too much for your hair to grow. Because yeah, you're retaining length, but at the end of the day, all that shed hair is going to be tangled up in your hair anyway. So you're going to cause if not a little, but some damage to your hair while you're trying to untangle the mats that's in your hair. Like, yeah, you can protect the style, but don't protect the style for 6 months. Don't protect the style for a year, because honestly, you're doing way too much. Point blank period. I don't know if I could like simplify it any simpler. As well as doing way too much to get your hair to grow and retain length. Like, who wants to hide their hair forever, or stretch their hair out so that their hair doesn't tangle, or do all these other crazy things like inversion method? Honestly, I tried the inversion method once or twice, and I tried it, and yeah, I got the stimulation from my hair, but when I sat back up, I was over it. I felt weird. I felt like I was about to throw up, but didn't really have to throw up. Like, that wasn't for me. And honestly, my hair is gonna grow regardless. Like, yeah, more scalp stimulation is good, but honestly, I could get away with massaging my scalp and not having to flip. Okay, I think I kind of already touched on this, but I'm just gonna touch on it again. YouTube sponsored videos, and what I mean is those people who say they've used the product over and over and over and over and over again. You never seen it on their channel, but they got this brand new product that they say they love, and when they open the product and show you, there's not a dent in it. Not a single solitary dent, poke, prod, or use of the product. Ever. Like, there's no dent in the product. So how I know you love this product if there's not even a dent in it? Like, did you buy a new one? Because I've never seen you use this product, and you're pushing these products, and I'm believing you, so I'm going to want to get it, and I'm going to want to use it. But after this video comes up, I don't see you use the product again. So what am I really supposed to? So these last two I've recently seen on a lot of natural hair blogs and natural hair pages on Facebook, all these pages, and it's really starting to bother me because how do these make sense? The number one that bothered me was, you aren't natural if you protect the hairstyle a lot. Now, or protect or style your hair a lot. And I assume they mean with extensions, but at the end of the day, when you take those extensions out, what are you left with? Natural hair. If you were to get your hair in box braids today and wear them for a month or two and then take your hair out, what are you left with? Natural hair. So I don't see how wearing a lot of protective styles or make you not natural. I mean, it's your own preference of what you do with your hair, so you can't really tell me if I put box braids in the day and then I take it out and then I put more box braids in and then I take it out and then I decide to get a sew-in and then I take that out and then I decide to get like kinky twists or something and then I take that out. I'm not natural no more because I want to protect my hair. Like, who are you to tell me whether I'm natural or not? Because at the end of the day, I still got this nappy curly hair under all them box braids, sew-ins, and kinky twists and all that. Like, no. And lastly, the last one that I'm kind of sick and tired of hearing is, you're not natural if you dye your hair. Now, I can see where they're getting at that, where if you're not natural, you won't be natural if you're dyeing your hair, because dyeing your hair is a chemical process, so you are altering the color of your hair. But at the end of the day, you still have natural hair. You may not be a virgin natural no more, but you're still natural. So what you trying to get at? Like, all these comments, like, and all these things really make me want to like pull up to their house and be like, what's good? Because I've dyed my hair, I've done protective styles, I've done a lot of things, and I'm still natural. So what you really trying to say? Like, what's really good? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little rant video with me and why I don't really like the natural hair community no more. I hope it opened your eyes a little bit to something else. I know some of these topics were kind of repetitive, but yeah, like, they all just frustrate me so much because all of us are in this community to really better ourselves and, you know, give our little tips and tricks along the way. But you shouldn't have to force your beliefs and your ways on somebody else if they don't want to do that to their hair. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget, my name is Natural Ray. I came to say hey, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace and love.